Everyone has a least favorite Pokémon. This might simply be because they dislike its design or power level, but other times it's more personal and that Pokémon may have wronged you at some point during, for example, a playthrough. That is definitely what is the case for me. So today I would like to tell you the story of how this particular Pokémon has seduced me, deceived me, and betrayed me in the past. This is the story of my least favorite Pokémon. See, it all happened about 10 years ago, when HeartGold and Soul Silver were just released. I was in the middle of a playthrough and enjoyed every single second of it. At the time, I had just arrived in Goldenrod City and was planning on training my team up a bit. They were a bit on the weak side and I needed them to get stronger in order to deal with this cow and her meal tank. So I went down to Route 34 to fight some wild Pokémon and maybe even some trainers in case I might have missed one. I entered the tall grass and run around, as you do, looking for some helpless prey for my Quailava to feast on. Soon enough, we encountered something, and from the silhouette that appeared, I could already tell what it was gonna be. It was an Abra. So I'm like, oh, no big deal, right? Some nice experience for my boy over here. Abra has one of the lowest defense stats in the game, so I'll just use a flame wheel and we can move on with our day. No big deal, right? It's really no big deal. But then, something unexpected happened. Something miraculous. Something that allows me to build up more suspense for the sake of this bit of the video. It was a freaking shiny! A shiny Abra just appeared in front of me all out of nowhere, being all like... Yeah, exactly that. Thank you, Abra. So I was like, oh god, it's a shiny. I can't kill this. I've got to capture it. But how am I gonna do that? My Quailava might just one-shot it. So maybe I should switch into something else. When all of a sudden, I realized something. What is the one thing Abra is known for? Exactly. It's to give some nice extra support to all of you lovely women out there. But I'm not talking about Abra. I'm talking about Abra. And Abra is known for teleporting away. Ah, shinks. There was no way for me to attack it, since if I did, it would just flee from the battle or right after. The only thing I could do was just try and YOLO ball it and hope for the best. So I went to my back, took one of my great balls, I threw it, hit it right in its face, and then we started praying to the gods. And it shaked. And it broke out of the freaking Pokeball. Wait, no, let me. And then, as you expected, it teleported away into the void, never to be seen again. Who does that? Like, what the muck was his problem? He basically just ambushed me from out of the tall grass, being all like, hey, look at me, I'm so great, to then just proceed to teleport away again. You know, Abra is that kind of person who brings 2 slices of pizza to school or work or whatever, walks up to you like, hey, look, I've got 2 slices of pizza. Oh, they look delicious. Would you like having a slice of pizza right now too? And so you're like, oh yeah man, they look great, can I have one? But instead of sharing, they just eat both slices themselves, making sure to over-exaggerate how good they really taste. It's so good. Don't you hate it when people do that? Hey, I hope there's pineapple on that. I mean, it's not like they necessarily make me lose anything, as in, before we met, I didn't have any shiny Abra or pizza, nor was I promised anything. But they hype you up and make you believe you'll get a huge reward only to let you down in the end no matter what you do or say. Like, what was I supposed to do in my situation? I couldn't lower its health because it would just teleport away before I even had the chance to capture it. I used the best Pokeball I had at the time, and I even held my breath while it was shaking because that's scientifically proven to increase the chances of catching a Pokemon. I mean, it didn't work that time though, but usually it does. And the worst thing is, since I was unable to capture it, that means it's probably still out there somewhere, waiting for other people to pass by, only to leave them in agony as well. Like, what the hell, there should be a law against that, so Pokemon aren't allowed to do that. So, understandably, I wasn't that big of a fan of Abra anymore after that, but the story doesn't end there. Oh no, it does not end there. See, about a month ago, April 25th, 2020, it was Abra Community Day on Pokémon Go. And first of all, after all they've done, I don't think there should be an entire day devoted to this piece of trash over here, just saying. But regardless, that didn't stop me from playing, of course. So when I decided to check if there were any mons to catch for me near my house that day, an Abra showed up and I was like, oh, gotta deal with this thing again. But I clicked on it anyway, and it once again was a freaking shiny. After 10 years, the universe had given us the chance to make up. You see, ever since that first incident, Ents and Abras have been at odds with each other. But this was finally an opportunity for them to change things. They could come together, forgive each other, and leave all the hatred they previously had behind themselves. But guess what happened? No, seriously, guess what happened? I gave it a raspberry, made a curveball throw, landed a nice hit, and I freaking caught the Shiny Abra. Did you guess it right? I mean, if you didn't guess it right, then what did you think would have happened? I'm not letting this guy getting away from me twice. You know, I've learned from this. Abra, I'm sorry. Maybe it was wrong for me to judge and hate an entire species just because of the actions of one bad apple. I was wrong, and I shall no longer call you my least favorite Pokémon. Which I guess now makes this video clickbait. But whatever, you see, the moral of the story is, play Pokémon Go, it solves all your problems.